Hello, my gorgeous light beings, my healers, my star seeds, my light workers. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, the Pleiadian Priestess. Today's reading is going to be about, I don't forgot what this reading is going to be about. Your main character energy. What main character energy do you give off, okay? How do you move in life? How do people view you? Things like that. But if you were basically to be a character in a movie, a play, a show, what character would you be? Now, I'm sure you guys know me well enough if you've been to my channel multiple times that movies, shows, and books do come through. So I'm pretty sure you'll have a few examples of what character you're giving by the end of the reading. So, what main character would you be? Okay, in the movie, right? Would you be the preppy person, the music kid, the artist? I'm sorry, I can't talk today. Like that kind of energy. What main character energy are you bringing to the function, essentially? So, this reading today is sponsored by Otter Spirit. Okay, Otter Spirit is a beautiful, natural crystal gemstone bracelet company that I have worked with before in the past. They provided me with those beautiful blue crystal or gemstone bracelets you always see me with in some of my videos, and we are partnering together again to bring to you another partnership or another video. Okay, so today's reading, you each are gonna get your own bracelet. I don't know what the bracelets are. I told them to surprise me, so we're gonna be surprised in every reading. So just be prepared to see a new bracelet in every reading, especially if you choose more than one reading. So we're gonna get into each of the bracelets. They each come with their own little card explaining what they bring to the function, essentially. So these bracelets will also help interpret the kind of main character energy you bring to the function. But first, you have to choose a paper clip. Okay, we have this first paper clip, which is like a kind of highlighter yellow paper clip. Group 2 would be the red paper clip, and group 3 would be the blue teal paper clip. So you're going to choose the paper clip, the energy, the box you want to see in box the most if you can pick up on energies, okay? And without further ado, or as always, I'm probably going to insert some thumbnail images after this, so you're going to be able to choose using that as well. But without further ado, I will see you gorgeous people at your readings. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group ones. If you chose the first Otter Spirit box, if you chose the yellow highlighter, yellow paperclip, or you chose thumbnail image one, then welcome to your reading. Today's reading, we're going to be getting into what main character energy do you give off. If you were to be a character in a movie, a television show, what character would you be? Now, if you know me and you've been on my channel multiple times before, you know that TV and movies and music naturally comes through in the readings. So you will be able to get at least one character to base yourself off of, to maybe watch, you know what I mean, to see what character or how people view you in life, you know? So today's reading is sponsored by Otter Spirit. Okay, they reached out to me. We've done a collab. We've done a collab in the past, but now we're bringing it back. Okay, I got a whole new pack of crystal. I keep saying crystal gemstone bracelets. Okay, and we're gonna get into how. First of all, we're gonna do an unboxing. Okay, I don't know why I can't talk today. I feel like I haven't done a reading in forever, and it's probably because I haven't filmed in like a week. It's been a long time. But I'm trying to hop back on the horse, and it's proving a little difficult. So bear with me, okay? Right now, today's reading is sponsored by Otter Spirit. They reached out to me asking to collab, and I'm like, sure. I love the last collab. Those blue gemstone bracelets you see me wear in some videos are from Otter Spirit. I also always have a code linked in the description box, or yeah, code or the link in the description box will take you to the website to purchase anything. And if you use my code SHA20, you get 20% off your order. Okay, you can also share that code with anyone else a friend, a family member who's interested in crystals, and you know they would love some crystal bracelets. They can definitely buy some as well. And I keep calling them crystals. I'm sorry, they're gemstones, but whatever. Okay, we're gonna get into the one you guys got. I'm excited. I told them to surprise me, so I don't know what cards I got. So I guess we're going to be able to see here. Okay, we have aventurine. Okay, and these are authentic AA grade gemstones. So the sayings is my world is filled with abundance. So already you're giving off, you know, rich, a little uppity, high maintenance, that kind of person. That's the kind of main character energy you're giving off based on the crystal you guys chose, or the bracelet, I should say. Okay. And there is also something very bright about you because you guys also chose the yellow highlighter. This is solar plexus energy. So you are the confident rich girl, the confident rich guy, okay? The one everyone likes, they feel comfortable around. It's giving natural leader energy, okay? But back to what this is saying. It says the intention is prosperity, right? And the zodiac signs associated with this crystal or, you know, gemstone is Aries, Leo, Virgo, and Cancer. And it rules the heart chakra. So we have solar plexus and heart chakra coming through. So even though you may come off as someone who is like, I'm feeling full of worth, you're the way you view yourself is very high, you know? You have a high self-worth, a high vision of yourself. That definitely ties in. You're not, okay, so even though you are someone who comes off as a high value person, you put a lot of stock and pride into who you aren't like stuck up. You still have like a lot of heart. You put a lot of heart into what you do. There's a lot of heart behind who you are as a person, okay? And there's a care guide. I mean, that's not really important. But the number 11, we have the number 11 coming through here. So the number 11 could be important for some of you, okay? I know 11 is a master number. It's a master angel number. Some of you could be a life path 11, okay? But this box is beautiful, first and foremost. And then we have this beautiful cloth pouch that comes with, you know, each bracelet. If you were to want to store it, okay, let's see what the bracelet looks like. I'm excited. This is beautiful. What? Look at that, guys. And what I always say with these bracelets are, they are like heavy, okay? You know when you go to the store, I know me, when I first got into gemstones and wanted to have like the whole bracelet going up my arm, I would go to like different stores and like find them and see them, and they would say, oh, they're authentic, and I would buy them. And I'm like, they feel like plastic. These are the opposite of that, okay? These, you can feel the heft. Like, you can feel the heft. There's weight to them. And it comes with a cute little, look at that, an otter, okay? Insignia, little charm, okay? But this is what your bracelet is looking like. It's very gorgeous. I love this color. And green is also associated with the heart chakra. So the heart chakra and the throat chakra are definitely, you know, coming through very heavily for your reading. So we're going to put it on. Look at how it looks on. Cute, okay? These are beautiful, guys. I do recommend you getting these. Like, I would definitely buy more of these because if they could fit up my chubby arm, I definitely would have a whole row of them, okay? But they sometimes be squeezing my arm. You know what I mean? They sometimes be squeezing my arm, and I'm like, you know, I'm a big girl. Like, I need, I can't have all of this be, you know, just, what is it called? Constricted, because then it's not going to be no blood flow, right? Okay, but let me get into the reading, guys. Your main character energy. Thank you, Outer Spirit, for sponsoring this video. Okay, I love your bracelets. Thank you guys for reaching out to me. It still baffles me that people want to work with me. I'm like, really? Me? Period. I mean, I know my vibe, right? But it's just like, but from someone who, like, not, I used to be like a very shy, very introverted, still am sometimes person. And I never even imagined starting a YouTube channel. So the fact that I'm on YouTube, people are watching me, people like watching me, people continue to come back and comment and interact. And some people say I'm their favorite tarot reader. I'm like, me? Are you serious? Like, I never thought I would be that person, but I am, and here I am. You can do anything you put your mind to. So maybe you're the kind of person who inspires people as well. You're the person who, even though you are larger than life, and a very abundant, prosperous, you take up space kind of energy, you are still very down to earth, and you have, like I said, a lot of heart behind you, and people don't see you as the sticky, or I'm going to say stuck up, the stuck up, snotty, rich kid. They see you as the rich kid with a heart of gold. So that makes you even more likable. You grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth, but you're still someone who, you know, is nice to people, right? Okay. That's definitely something that's coming through for you guys. But if you did want to use my code to get 20% off your order, or wanted to share the code with someone, it's always in the description box below, but it's SHA20. Okay, guys, now let's get into your reading. I have a new tarot deck that I bought. Okay, it is the Christina Ricci Cat Full of Spiders tarot deck. As you can see, for my group ones, when I use a new deck, you guys always get the Fool at the bottom of the deck, and then, you know, the Magician, the High Priestess, so on and so forth. Okay, I was hesitant to buy this deck, honestly, but I got a good deal. Okay, if any of you like live in Brooklyn, in New York, a Barnes and Noble location was having like a sale because they're renovating, so they were trying to get rid of all the books they had in stock. And I went to the sale on Thursday, and I know they always have tarot cards. That's what I really went there for, tarot cards and oracle cards. And I got a lot of books too, because I love to read as well. I'm sure you guys know this by now if you've been up to my channel, okay? But anyway, I'm talking too much. The Fool still at the bottom of the deck, okay? And then I also got the Supernatural Oracle deck as well. I'm just like, I was out here spending money this weekend. Oh, together. But you have the money to spend. That that could be something coming through as well. You like to spend money, but you have it to spend, right? Let me get another good shuffle in. You have the Nine of Pentacles. This deck is so cute. Okay, so Spirit, please tap me into the energy of my group ones. What is their main character energy? What is their main character energy? I hate ruining the deck. Now I can't. It's never going to get back to normal. It's nice and well used. Maybe you... Okay, so like I just said, I hate, you know, opening up stuff that I just bought. I'm the kind of person who buys stuff and just wants to sit there and just look cute. And that's so bad, guys. It's so bad. You can be that kind of person as well. Like, you buy a bunch of stuff and you still have like new stuff from 2-3 years ago that you've never worn, never opened, in your closet, in your drawer, in your house. And you like to buy stuff, you like the feeling of buying the stuff, but you don't want to open the stuff, right? Okay. So you love to shop. Oh, this just flew out like that. Okay, I'm taking reversals for this deck since they said that they take reversals, okay? Usually the other deck that I was using recently, I wouldn't have taken reversals. Interesting. I don't want too many cards. We're going to just get the cards out and then get a message afterwards. We have a Page of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe you're someone who's a little frugal. I'm getting like LA girl from you guys. Whether you are from LA or not, you're giving that kind of, like, is it the Valley girls who are like, oh my gosh, like, you know, they like come from the suburbs, they grew up, you know, but they're mostly harmless. People give them a bad rep. I feel like people give them a bad rep. People can talk mess about you, but you're not as bad as people make you out to be, is the vibe that I'm getting as well. Because people like always try to do the Valley Girl accent and like make fun of them, but they're just, you know, they're innocent. What do they do? They're just girls. They're just girls. What did they do to you? Okay, so we have these cards coming out for you. And then I'm going to get some cards from this deck here. And then we're going to get into it. But a Page of Pentacles is definitely giving me someone who like has the money but doesn't want to spend it. Or they're kind of like frugal. So you're coming through with someone who has money but doesn't have to spend it. Or you like to save. Or you just don't overspend. Maybe you do buy stuff but you don't overspend, you know? Anyway, this is kind of giving me Buffy the Vampire Slayer vibes, which is why I said it. It's giving Buffy in like season 1. She was like the peak Valley girl. And she was just like cheerleading and very self-centered and self-absorbed. And this is the card upright. This is giving Buffy after a few seasons. She like had to humble herself real quick. So it's definitely giving someone who may have money or come off as someone who's very abundant, but you still are humble about certain things in your life, you know? But you guys are giving Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And then here we have the Darkness. I never watched Supernatural. I just love, you know, supernatural things. So I bought the deck. So just give me a second to like, you know, maybe read about it. All these cards in like the book. But with the Darkness and then the Moon coming out for you guys, there is a mysteriousness to you. Okay? That's loud and clear. Let's see what's coming through. And this person here with the blades and the sitting at the table, I'm pretty sure these are all from movies as well, I feel like. Or inspired by movies. And I just don't know all the movies, so just bear with me if you know the movie that this is referencing, but I don't, okay? But this is definitely kind of giving me someone who's like reading your cards. So it's kind of giving like, you know, spiritual-esque. Here we have John Winchester. I'm going to assume this is Dean and Sam's father. And then here we have the Devil's Trap. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, you are seen as someone who kind of like tames malevolent spirits or tames wayward spirits, dark energies. You kind of, I'm hearing harness it or you vanquish it is what I'm hearing. And it's funny because Buffy is the vampire slayer. So yeah, you kind of get rid of, you fight the good. You fight evil. So you are giving the Winchesters in a way where they like fought evil. They literally danced with the devil and came on the other side, right? They fought all the darkness in the world, not just one darkness, all kinds of darknesses. So it's giving like exorcist kind of energy, vampire slayer, witch for good, a good witch, right? Using your powers and stuff for good is what I'm getting as well. It could also run in the family, okay? So let's see what's coming through for you guys. Main character energy. We have Page of Pentacles in reverse. Here we have the moon, mysterious vibe. This is Pisces energy, which also rules over the high priestess, and she is coming through. You are someone who could do both. You dwell in the darkness as well as in the light. You kind of move stealthily between those two energies very often. So you could be hard to read. Like you're very open and like I said, vibrant and bright, but you're also there's a dark side to you, you know. And the dark side doesn't always mean evil or malevolent. It just means maybe subdued or reserved or shy. You kind of keep to yourself and keep people out, right? There's boundaries that you don't allow people to cross. It's kind of vibe that's coming through for you guys. So you're open and friendly, but you're also not a pushover. And you're also not just telling everybody your business and letting everybody know about your life and what you're doing next kind of thing. Private is the word. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Appreciate you. Now, this would originally be the Five of Swords, but it came out in reverse. So you're someone who's like a little bit of a mediator, you know, you don't like conflict, which is probably why you like to be by yourself with this moon card coming through. You don't like conflict. Now let's see what came out mostly for you guys. We have cups, we have swords. So you have more swords here than anything. So there's like a bluntness to you. You use your words, okay? You're not someone who holds back. When you have something to say, you're definitely going to say it. That's the main character vibe coming through for you guys, okay? And with the Ten of Cups coming through here, it is definitely giving, like I'm hearing wish fulfillment, but you're the kind of person that everybody can get along with. You can find something common with everyone. So it's kind of giving eclectic, or not even the proper word, but you're giving someone who is like, yeah, well cultured, worldly, all those words like kind of resonate, but it's not like the exact word that I'm looking for. You're someone who could be like very multifaceted in a way, and you find something in common with everyone you meet, right? So you could be someone who likes to sing and dance, but you love to read at the same time, and you also love to, you know, sword fight, and you also love anime, and you like all these different things, and you meet different people, and you're able to find things you have in common with each and every one of them. So like I said, you are that relatable popular chick, you know, the one where people can see themselves in you, even though you have all this money, right? Because there's something about you that's giving down to earth, but also private at the same time, you know? I hope that's making sense to you guys. It's kind of making sense to me, but also kind of not. So I'm like, how can you be both? But as someone who is both for like a lot of things, it does make sense in a way, okay? But Ten of Cups is like emotional fulfillment, okay? It is having everything you need, contentedness, things like that. It also represents like a kind of like a big happy family feeling where you're feeling like safe in someone's arms. So arms, not arm, in someone's arm, that's crazy. You feel safe in someone's arms, right? Maybe some of you only have one arm. Because that was crazy. You feel safe in your arm. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, we have Ten of Cups, and then we have the Six of Swords energy coming through. The Moon and Six of Swords in this deck, and the Ten of Cups kind of giving mystical, magical vibes. That is your... And that would also make sense why your energy is always changing. Like, I'm trying to remember this specific Is it Ella Enchanted? I don't think it is. But it's like a book that I was reading so like long ago where the person's like able to mask where they are and you can't find them. But I feel like that was kind of the premise behind the lady who gave Ella and Ella Enchanted her gift. It was meant to be a gift of obedience. She wasn't able to say no or disobey anyone. And they spent the whole movie going after her to take away the gift. And they weren't able to find her because there was something here about the fairies or whatever Vivica Fox's character in the movie was, being able to mask their presence, right? So you weren't able to see them on the map where everybody else was. So they were kind of like off the map, off grid. Something like that could be important as well, where people don't really ever know where you are. Or I'm hearing that song tonight, the best you ever had, from the movie. What was the movie called? How Feel Like a Man, I think it is. And I'm hearing Ludacris's rap where he's like, flying my private jets to villas in Anguilla and throw you on the grill. That's because 7 days a week you my 5-course meal for real. So the part that's coming through for you is flying my private jets to villas in Anguilla. So I've never heard of that before. I heard that song by Ludacris, so it must be like a very remote or very rich or prestigious island, you know. And you can only get there by private jet or whatever the case may be. It's kind of giving that. You go to secluded islands like that. You could own your own island is the vibe you guys are giving off. Or you are an island unto yourself. It could also be coming through as well. I feel like I'm all over the place. Just please forgive me. These past few weeks doing readings have been taking a toll on me. It have not been easy, but I'm trying to push through the mental fog that I'm feeling when I'm doing these readings. I'm reading stuff about astrological placements and intuition is supposed to be heightened. I'm just like, I feel like it's the opposite, you know? But anyway, we have the next card is 6 of Swords, and then we have the 10 of Cups, and then we have the 5 of Swords. I think I kind of went over all the cards already. Just moving them up. You're kind of giving the misunderstood heroine. People think they know her, but they don't. It's kind of giving how Buffy played very, giddy, happy, valley cheerleader by day, and she was like slaying demons by night. And no one truly knew her secret except for her close friends, right? I've used the example, or he's been coming up a lot in the readings recently, Arrow, for like a male counterpart to this energy, where he spent 5 years, supposedly. The more we watch the seasons, the more we see he didn't spend all of his time on that island. But when we meet him, he was supposed to have spent 5 years on a secluded island on his own, and it was supposed to change who he was fundamentally. And he came back to Starling City with like a vendetta and all this kind of stuff, and that's why he became the Arrow. And it's kind of giving billionaire, playboy by day, vigilante by night is the kind of vibe you guys are giving me in your main character energy, where you are like this out in the spotlight, out in the light, in the public eye energy. When you're ready, the high priestess, like I was saying, she dwells in the light and in the dark, but there's also a dark side to you. There's also a side of you that no one else knows or sees except for the people you bring in your inner circle, and that would be the Diggle, the Felicity Smokes to Arrow, and that would be the Xander and Willow to Buffy, So you're getting like a guy version and a girl version for this example here, where Buffy was this like preppy cheerleader by day, demon slaying vampire slayer by night. And then we have what's his name, Oliver Queen, where he was this playboy, charismatic, very attractive billionaire by day, but at nighttime he was running around the city throwing arrows at people, right? And those are two very different energies to be in, but they were able to do it. And it could explain why they were so troubled as well. But it's definitely giving you handle it really well. People would never guess. Like if you were to tell someone, yeah, I'm the Slayer, or yeah, I'm the Arrow, they're gonna be like, what? No, you're not. Like you're someone who's like so light and preppy and beautiful, and I'm hearing beautiful, so you are beautiful and stylish, and like you're just this regular person. You're not a Slayer or a vigilante by night, and you're kind of like, I kind of am, you know? And when people see you in action, that's when they're like, oh, well, dang, you are, right? But it's like there's this sense of mystery to you. So you are definitely even the mysterious person when in your main character energy, but there's also a side to you that people like kind of gravitate towards, especially because we have this Ten of Cups energy coming through for you guys. And the Six of Swords is not only moving on from troubled waters, it's also representing healing. So there's something here about you helping people heal and move on from difficult periods in their life, you know, difficult circumstances. I'm hearing less than ideal circumstances, okay? And you're also kind of giving like a Morticia Adams vibe to you as well, where she was like worshipped by her partner. She's like giving mother energy. Okay, for here we have Devil's Trap, and I definitely do believe that's coming through with the whole you're fighting evil at nighttime, and you're this preppy regular person by day. Okay, billionaire, cheerleader, popular girl. We have the darkness, and then we have John Winchester. Guys, forgive my freaking. I feel like I can't talk today. Okay, let's see what comes through for you guys. Let's get into the Devil's Trap. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, can you give me an order? What would come first? Devil's Trap would be D, right? Yes. Or the darkness, actually. The darkness is 25. Okay, maybe I need to get into this show. 24, 25, the darkness. In the beginning was just creation and destruction, light and dark, God and Amara. These cosmic siblings existed alone until God created archangels and used them and the mark of Cain to lock his sister away. Interesting. When Rowena freed Dean from the mark, it unleashed the darkness, who sought vengeance. After nearly destroying one another, the siblings reconciled, though Amara refused to help God when Sam shot him with the equalizer. Interesting. Oh, so there's saying light and dark, and where there's God, there's Amara with the darkness. Interesting. Whoo! She acknowledged she had changed for the better while God was still selfish and narcissistic. Very interesting. Like the dark cloud of Amara's true form, you've been caught in the storm of those around you. As it settles, you observe the relationship with new clarity and know it's time to distance yourself from negativity. Amara loved her brother, but separation was essential for her growth. Although the road to get there was rocky, in the end she found peace, and so will you. Interesting. Yeah, so there's a darkness to you. There's a dark side. There's a darkness that you carry with you, that you hold. Look at Dean, his fine self. Hello there. Let me stop. Devil's Trap. Why are you not showing it? Here it is. Drawn by hunters in chalk, paint, and sometimes blood, a devil's trap is a sigil often found underneath carpets and on trunks of cars and ceilings, as it is used to ensnare demons. And that's literally what Buffy does in The Arrow Fights Crime superhero. So people think you're giving Clark Kent as well, where he had like a very cookie cutter Clark Kent. I'm a reporter with my glasses and my little curl in the front of my head. But then as soon as I became, Superman, that's my alter ego. So you're coming through with someone with an alter ego. That's the main character energy you give off. Someone with a darker alter ego that most people just don't know who it is or are not aware it's even present in your dichotomy, I wouldn't say anatomy. That's funny. That could be something you're into, or people are very focused on your anatomy. You're very attractive, I wouldn't say sexy person. Okay. Most often depicted as a pentagram, it can be carved into bullets to bind a demon to the vessel they're possessing and onto handcuffs to render their wearer powerless. Not only can the devil's trap keep demons in, but it can also keep them out, like the massive 100-mile sigil that guarded the devil's gate. This is very interesting. So you're definitely giving someone, like I said, who dwells in the darkness, who could be mystical, magical, spiritual, and people like you're out there fighting demons when you're not just having a regular life, is the kind of main character you're kind of coming through as. Now we have this John Winchester fellow. Let us see who he's coming through as. J would be L. Leviathan. Kevin. John Winchester's journal. We have John Winchester. Growing up without his father, surviving a war, and then losing the love of his life, John Winchester left John Winchester detached and driven to revenge. Despite raising the boys in the nomadic life of hunting, John was always there for them when they needed him, as they later told Castiel. Though hunting was the priority, he made time for occasional wrestling matches, and he caved when they begged to see New York City. When an ancient pearl summoned John from the grave, the boys got a second chance to say goodbye. John apologized to Sam, who assured his dad that they knew he fought for and loved his sons, and that was enough. So maybe you are coming through with someone who's like a little bit emotionally distant from people. You don't let people close, even your loved ones. And it definitely leaves a mark, but it's like in the things you do for them, your acts of service. That's how people remember you, or that's how they know you love them. Okay? That's how they feel loved by you, your acts of service. Not the things you say, but the things you do is coming through for you guys. Okay. So you're coming off a little standoffish, a little dark, a little intense, okay, a little moody sometimes, but that's in your dark alter ego side. In the light of day, you're very friendly, very popular, very charismatic, very charming, right? Everyone loves you. You have like a very, it's giving nothing's going on behind there. You're giving like, how can I describe it? I'm hearing not the sharpest tick in the stack or bunch or whatever, where people are not noticing you for your knowledge or your smarts. They're noticing you for your charisma vibes, you know, for your smile, for your body, for your popularity, for the way you dress, that kind of thing. Okay, interesting. We're going to get some cards from here really quickly. The Crow Oracle. I was trying to come up with like a dark, supernatural kind of reading to fit the vibe of these cards, but it wasn't really coming through. Give me some ideas in the comments for what readings you'd want to see. Here we have anticipation. Yeah, there's something here about everybody waiting with bated breath. You're giving main character energy in the way that people want to see you. People want to be involved in your life. People want to know where you are and what you're doing. You're kind of giving star, you know, where attention is kind of always on you and you don't understand why. And here we have territory. Interesting. Territory. You could be territorial, or like I said, those boundaries are held very firm. You keep you out of your life. Interesting. You could be known as like the main character who's always drinking something. Maybe you're very much into like coffee, iced coffee, lattes, matcha. Like you're the main character who's always like holding a drink, or always at the coffee shop, or always stopping for coffee, always in Starbucks, that kind of thing. You're very much like a drink kind of person. Like, I'm trying to come up with some examples, but you know, there's always a character in a television show or a movie who's drinking something. Not even eating is coming through, it's giving drinking. Or drinking could be like alcohol too. So maybe you're giving like not alcoholic, but you indulge in beverages of the alcoholic variety. Oh, I can't stand myself sometimes. Ugh. Whew, boy. That's definitely coming through. Anything else coming through for my group ones and their main character energy? This is kind of like giving me like a light in the dark. I'm hearing a cut above the rest. There's something about you that's like noticeably different to other people around you in a good and a bad way. It's like there's a predator lying beneath. Like you look cute, but like a cute little bunny, but the bunny is like giving you vibes that it's very, very dangerous. You're like, I don't understand. Since when are bunnies dangerous? They're supposed to be really cute. And that's the vibe you're giving off. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. But people are also like, beware, be careful. Their instincts and intuition tells them to like, hey, watch out. And they're kind of like, but why? They look so sweet and innocent and they're so friendly. And they're kind of like, okay, you F around and find out, y'all. Go ahead. Your intuition's telling you, I'm trying to warn you here, you know? You're welcome, but you're not listening. It's the vibe coming through. When it comes to you, people are like drawn into you, but it's kind of like a trap. The devil's trap. Exactly. Oh my gosh. Interesting. But there is something here about you like fighting against evil, being I'm hearing harbinger of light and good, right? But like it tends to leave you in the dark a lot of the times. But I don't think that darkness like clings to you or affects you or overtakes you. It's something you're meant to draw towards you to fight it, you know? If that makes any kind of sense. Like I was saying with the Six of Swords here, people's problems and issues, they feel drawn to you for a reason because they feel in their heart that you can fix them, and heal them and help them move along. So it's definitely like giving oracle, witch, demon slayer, exorcist kind of energies. Your main character vibe is coming through for you guys in this reading. For my group ones, I'm going to leave your reading right there though. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group twos. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this outer spirit box, you chose the red paper clip, or you chose thumbnail image 2, welcome to your reading. Today's reading is going to be about your main character energy. What kind of main character energy do you give off? There's a few things we're going to use to decipher that energy today. The first thing being whatever bracelet we find in this Otter Spirit box. Yes. Today's reading is sponsored by Otter Spirit. I'm working with them again. They reached out and I'm like, heck yeah, okay. Because the first time they sponsored me, I got the beautiful blue pack because I said my intention for the year 2025 was serenity, okay? I wanted more peace in my life. And the second time around, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to manifest in my life, so I told them, make it a surprise. And so I don't know what pack they gave me. I think it was like the good luck pack she told me, but I still don't know the bracelets. I haven't seen them in person. I've been waiting for this video to open them, so I am like waiting. I'm excited, right? I feel like I've had them for a few days now, but this is the first time I've been able to film with them, so we're gonna get that. So thank you, Otter Spirit, for sponsoring the video. We're gonna get into which bracelet you got and how that how that translates to how or what your main character energy is. You first and foremost, you chose the blue paperclip, not blue. What am I saying? Oh my gosh! Maybe some of you did feel called to group 3. That's the blue paperclip. The red paperclip is definitely already giving root chakra energy. I'm sorry, guys. I have it's been difficult for me to do readings recently. I don't know what it is about. I haven't had the time. Things at work have been acting up. Things at home haven't been going in my favor. Then when I am doing readings, I feel very cloudy and foggy. It's kind of like, oh, get it together. But it's been like really difficult. And now I'm doing this reading and I'm kind of like messing up, jumbling my words. Like, just bear with me. Ugh, guys. Okay, so if you chose the red paper clip, it's definitely giving root chakra energy. Okay, focus. Maybe your main character energy is someone who's like very focused, determined, driven, because red is also associated with Mars and Aries energy. And that's like a very much, I'm going to dominate the field. I'm going to win this war. I'm going to come back with the prize. I'm going to win this competition. Like very competitive energy. So you guys could be giving my sports people. You like sports, or it's giving debate team in school kind of thing. Very smart energy. So we're going to get into what bracelet you guys got. I gave you guys a code, or there's always a code in the description box to get 20% off on otterspirit.com using the code for, SHA20. You get 20% off, and you could also share it with, family members, friends, whoever, and you'll get 20% off your order. Let us see what crystal or what bracelet you guys got. I'm completely in the dark about this one. I'm trying to peek up right now. Here we have blue apatite. So we have blue. It's funny, I was mentioning a blue paperclip and blue was coming through. We have blue apatite. Each bracelet is authentic AA grade, which I'm assuming is good. I don't really know much about gemstones, okay? I don't know much about gemstones other than I like to wear them and they're cute. Okay, I'm an aesthetics girly, and if you're adding to the look, I'm here for it, okay? But I am feeling like very earthy. I was getting like bohemian in my head when I was talking about AA grade, authentic AA grade. I just like the cuteness of the aesthetic of it all. So you could be someone who is like all about the aesthetics, all about the looks, all about how people view you. You like to have a very specific reputation out there in the world. You want to be known as someone who's successful, maybe someone who's very ambitious. Okay, I keep hearing driven, right? So there could be something here about how you drive, right? Okay, let's get more into the crystal you guys have or the gemstone. I keep calling them crystals. It's not a crystal. It says, I communicate clearly and confidently. So confidence is coming through, and it did come through even before we got this portion of the reading, okay? It also says the intention is confidence. So yeah, definitely you're giving Aries energy. The zodiac signs associated with blue apatite is Gemini, Pisces, Libra, and Capricorn. And the chakras it rules is the third eye and the throat chakra, okay? So we have third eye, throat, and we have root coming through here for you guys, okay? I communicate clearly and confidently. Let's see what the bracelet actually looks like. I'm very excited. I haven't seen it. Don't know what it's supposed to be. Oh, this is freaking gorgeous. Hold up now. Do you see this, guys? Hold on. Let's see it with the background. So you're just like, let me get into my saleswoman voice and look at that. This is beautiful. And what I always say about these, when you open it, you can feel the heft. You know it's not cheapy. You know it's not plastic. You know it's not fake. It's authentic AA grade. There's a heft to it. Like, I don't know how else to explain it to you guys. Like, it feels mad heavy. Okay? And so you know it's real. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You know, for people who like buy things as like a very shopaholic kind of person, you know that sometimes heavier is better. So for example, I'm getting the example of like Air Force Ones. Like if you were to buy regular Air Force Ones versus maybe fake ones, the Air Force Ones are known for having a heft to them, known for being like having a heavy bottom. Okay, so maybe you guys are bottom heavy, which is a very funny thing to come through in this reading. Okay, you're very bottom heavy, so you have like a lot of hips, you have a lot of thighs. That is what I mean by bottom heavy. Okay. Whew, that's funny. I'm sorry. So yeah, but Air Force Ones, in order, like one way to authenticate them is by the weight of them. If they're like flimsy and don't have like a heft to them, they're not real. You know crystals are real because there's a heft to them, and these absolutely have a heft. Like they're very like, I can know they're real. Like I promise that I'm not like putting on no game or saying anything like that. It's just the truth of the matter is the truth of the matter always and forever. Okay. So, and it also comes with this little charm, a little otter on it. And I do believe some of the proceeds go to charity. I don't know exactly which charity because I left that paper at home. But I'm trying to be authentic to myself and I don't want to read off a script. But very beautiful, very gorgeous. It's like giving like, you know, deep blue sea as well. So you can kind of be like very scary or very like dreamy as well. But let's put this bracelet on, guys. And look at that. Gorgeous, darling. Gorgeous. Like, and it looks more greeny, bluey in person, but in the camera, it's definitely giving more blue. Okay? Some people have, like, very bright, vibrant blue eyes. You have, like, a very vibrant blue aura. A character that I'm already hearing for you guys is Alex Russo from Wizards of Waverly Place. Okay? Someone she was very much liked to get what she wanted. She was very driven in that way. She was also very driven to become the wizard, the one who won the wizard tournament in her family. So very driven, determined. Sometimes you may use, I'm hearing, ruthless. You may use some tactics that aren't the best. I'm hearing there's something here about your eyes. Maybe you cast spells with your eyes. I'm just looking at this card. Sorry, give me a second. This the Six of Pentacles, I believe. And the Six of Pentacles is all about give and take. But this scene here is definitely giving the leader of the pack, right? These two girls are like, you know, deferring to her. She's the one that's standing up. She's in the middle. And that usually denotes that person being the leader of that group. Okay? But this is kind of like giving me Daria. I think this is her name. She's like a cartoon character from the 90s. Daria. Like very monotone, very chill, that kind of energy. Very Capricorn-y. Very like serious. Bored. Like her voice never got a little too excited. It was always like really like monotone. You know, that could be something coming through for somebody here. But today, in today's reading, we're going to be using a new tarot deck and a new oracle deck. I got these from a sale that they were having at Barnes & Noble in Brooklyn. They were like, they're closing down for renovations, or they're closed by now for renovations. And everything in the store was like 40 to 70% off. And I got these new decks, and I got a bunch of new books. I'm trying to find the time to read them. But that's coming through for you guys. Not coming through for you guys, sorry. There could be something here about you like shopping or reading tarot or books or both. Okay. I'm like, and that's what the vibe coming through. I'm like, we weren't talking about a vibe. We were talking about a sale at Barnes and Noble. Oh gosh. I'm sorry guys. I'm just all over the place. But anyway, we're using this deck today, and this deck is the Christina Ricci Cat Full of Spiders deck. Really cute. I'm excited to use it for your group. And then we're going to be using the Supernatural Oracle. Okay, I was trying to come up with a very spooky name for the reading, but it wasn't coming through. But to end off the sponsorship, guys, SHA20 will get 20% off any order for you or a loved one or a family member. Okay, get it while it's hot. Let me stop. But thank you, Auto Spirit, for sponsoring this video. Okay, and I do get like commission if you guys use the code, just to put it out there, be fully transparent. Not something I'm like doing this for, but that's cute as well, you know. But I love a good, I love a good sale, I love a good code. Like I was literally where was I shopping the other day? I was literally at home shopping instead of being out on 4th of July weekends. I thought by not going out I was saving money, but I was online shopping. And I was shopping at ColourPop, and I was buying the New Moon Twilight palette set thing. Because they said, this is the last time it's going to be in stock. And once this sells out, it's not coming back again. I'm like, oh, bet. As a Twilight girly, as y'all know, I'm always talking about Twilight in my readings. I haven't in a minute, but don't put it past me for it to come up in this reading, okay? But I was like, oh, I'm getting that. Especially because before, I wasn't really into makeup the way I am now. Now I'm like, any reason to beat this face, I'm doing it. Okay? Whether it's going out on the town or not doing anything, I'm trying to find reasons to go outside to do my makeup, okay? Because I'm not the kind of person who's going to be using it or wearing it every day. No, it has to be for a special occasion, okay? So I got a few different things from the site, but I'm really excited for it to come in. But me, I was scouring the internet, because there's a specific site where you can go on and look for coupons for every store imaginable and use it when you're checking out. And I learned about it, like, I think during the Pandeleche 2020. And I'm like, oh, this is quite useful. I don't want to say it. Anybody should start using it, child. I'm keeping it to myself. But yeah, I was looking for a code to use. And they were like, this code is not valid. I'm like, F you, let me stop. But the site was already 25% off, so I wasn't expecting more than that. Because y'all know how these sites be. You can't use more than one promotion code at a time. And I'm like, screw you. But I was literally online shopping and using a code. And I'm like, that's why I appreciate codes, okay? But after the reading, I'm so sorry, I'm ranting. I feel so sad because it's already 12 minutes in and you haven't even gotten to the reading. I'm so sorry. Okay, we have the Sun. We have Six of Pentacles actually coming out. Wow, we have the devil. So you're sexy, you're tempting. People like looking at you. People like giving you things. I'll take all these. Thank you. Another one, thank you. People can't get enough of you. Like when they're around you and in your energy, not feeling myself getting like more excited. Like, yeah, yeah, yeah. You give people energy. So when they're tired and you come around, like you kind of breathe new life into them, right? But we have the sun, which makes a lot of sense, right? Okay. It's giving beauty queen vibes with the sun coming through here. The Six of Pentacles is also giving you're very generous, very kind, very charitable. You like to give back to people around you. You can have a core group of friends that consists of like two main people, okay? You don't like to have that many friends because I do believe it's very draining as someone who also believes in not having too many friends. I give too much of myself to people in my life, and I can't be giving myself to like 15 different friends because then I wouldn't have any energy left for me. I wouldn't have anything left to give me. Okay? So that could be something coming through for you guys. Okay? Then here we have the devil card coming through. Yeah, you're a little mischievous. I don't know whether you pronounce it mischievous or mischievous, but mischievous is easier for me to pronounce, okay? So we're going to go with that one for this reading. But the sun is like a very intoxicating, devil may care attitude is what you have as well. You're like, whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to stress over it, you know? Right? I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. You know, life is too short kind of thing. You know, if you don't like me, that's a you problem, right? That's the kind of vibe coming through for you guys. Like, it's not giving carefree, but it's kind of giving unbothered is what it's giving. So your main character energy is kind of like unbothered, right? It's giving fashionista, beauty queen, with the sun card coming through and the devil card coming through. Very sexy, okay? It's kind of like when you walk into a room, people can't help but notice you. The energy kind of shifts. I'm hearing it crackles, electricity. And when you're around, people can either hear you or can't help but look at you. That's how like magnetizing you are. Magnetic. Okay, these cards all came out in reverse. Like, are we taking them in reverse? I don't think so. Okay, we have Six of Wands coming through for this reading as well. And Six of Wands is all about victory. It's all about winning. Okay. And it is all about being the main character, honestly. Where everyone's like throwing flowers on stage to you and applauding you and loving what you're doing and loving watching you is the vibe coming through. So this main character energy is, I'm hearing very grounded, but also you know your worth is what I'm getting as well. So it was giving like, not humble. I wouldn't say you guys are humble because with the sun card energy, the devil energy, and the Six of Wands energy coming through, there's like something like very flashy in your face out there about your energy, but you're also kind of coming through as very level-headed, very mature, very grown up, right? Okay, that's like a little bit of the vibes coming through. Okay, I'm trying to kind of find another character that gives off this energy here. You know who I'm getting? I'm getting a little bit like Alice from Twilight, just to, you know, be giving me an excuse to use Twilight. She was someone who was like very friendly, very like spritey, very fashionable. She loved her shoes and her fashion. She would like, I remember the scene in the movie where she's like practically forcing Bella to wear heels to her wedding and kind of like saying like, leave it to me. She designed the wedding, she planned the whole thing, right? So you're like very much giving like, not fashionista, but maybe a little bit, right? The person who knows their clothes, who's doing their makeup and beating their face and finding any excuse to beat their face, right? Because I was mentioning makeup a little bit earlier. That's the kind of main character energy you're giving off, okay? And yeah, the rest of them are sitting down on the floor and she's the one standing up. And we have this one friend like looking up to her, right? There could be something here about bangs coming through as well, or side parts, or a swoop. A swoop, okay? Why am I hearing, hey Arnold, stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop. So maybe you're someone who's like a little bit of a homebody as well. You don't really like to be anywhere but your bed or in your house. You feel more comfortable there, I guess we could say, okay? Because the whole thing about that storyline in Hey Arnold is Stoop Kid was afraid to leave his stoop. He would not pass his stoop. I don't know how he went to school or anything, but they would make fun of him for it. And I do believe, I think it was like one episode he actually left the stupid. I think he got like ran over by a bus or something. I don't remember. Oh my gosh, Hey Arnold was quite a show, I tell you. But that's coming through. So maybe you guys are giving a little bit of like a character from Hey Arnold as well. I heard Jared. I think his name is Jared. Arnold's best friend. He's very cool, very suave. Has like a very catty voice. Like when he speaks, it kind of gives like I can listen to you speak all day. That kind of thing. Very melodic thinking, or not melodic thinking. What am I saying? Melodic tone to your voice. People can hear you talk forever. Okay, I'm hearing there's like a depth to your voice where it's not high and squeaky. There's like a bass to it or something. A cadence, a low cadence to your voice. So like a baritone, bass, tenor kind of vibes. Whether you're masculine or feminine, you're not giving a high pitched voice. You're giving like rich. Yeah, is is the word I was looking for. You have like a very rich tone to your voice. People could, like I said, which causes people or leads people to be able to like hear you speak forever and ever and ever. Okay. The devil card is very tempting. You can make people do whatever you want. I'm hearing like a little bit of like a snake charmer vibes, where something that may seem very dangerous to one person, you're able to kind of like move over to in your way, in your favor. Okay. Six of Wands, very much main character, very much popular, very much getting your flowers kind of energy. People celebrating you. Here we have this character in Death. Why she look like that? Okay, so like you also have like an intensity to you, and it's like a sexy intensity. There's two different kinds of intensity. A scary one and there's a sexy one, okay? With the devil card coming out, you could have both of those intensities, but I'm mostly getting like sexy energy. People want to give as much as you give them. People want to always be around you. The Six of Pentacles is all about giving and receiving. So people want to give to you and in return you give to them, right? Tit for tat, okay? People can consider you controlling as well. Just putting that out there. Bossy. And the devil is Capricorn energy. Exactly. That's the vibe that's coming through for y'all. I'm in control. No one can tell me what to do. I'm the ruler of my own life. I'm going to get there no matter what. Capricorns are very driven. They want success. They want money. They want prestige. They want to be the boss. Okay? Yeah, absolutely. And then the last card here we have is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is giving me walking away from things, not being afraid to leave things behind. I'm hearing not being afraid to leave people in your dust, which is very funny. I love this energy for you guys. It's kind of like you use like your charm to drag people in, and then when they're there, there's like an intensity to you. And look at how this card here, the Six of Wands, is like giving girl group vibes. If you can see that. It's kind of like giving girl group. I'm the leader. And out of every girl group, there's one that's like always in the middle. You're kind of giving that person when you're performing or people around you, when you're walking with friends. You're always the one who's smack dab in the middle. Okay. You guys got a lot of good cards. You guys like Six of Pentacles, Six of Wands, the Sun, the Devil, Death. What main character energy do my group twos give off? How many cards? These are way too many. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I don't feel like taking that. I'll take this one because this fell away from it. Can I get, what is the main character energy my group twos? Okay, I'll take them. I'm hearing the devil wears Prada. So you are definitely someone who likes the best of the best in life, okay? You're buying the good stuff, the good quality stuff, okay? Here we have Donna Hanscom or Hanscom. I don't freaking know. I don't know Supernatural. I've never seen that episode of my life. I was a big scaredy cat growing up. Here we have Crossroads Demon. Maybe a little indecisive or all over the place. You guys got Lucifer. Oh my. Lucifer. And there's one more person you guys got. You guys got Bobby Singer from Supernatural. Okay. I'm hearing Candace? Yeah, is that her name? Candace from Phineas and Ferb? How she's like a very high strung. Because I keep hearing, I'm very high strung. It's just because I'm young. Mama, I adore you. And I'll do anything for you. Whatever. And then she's like, and though my brothers make me frantic with every single crazy antic, and when I'm bouncing off the wall, you're the one who stays calm. Because you love me for who I am, I'll always love you, Mom. That song just kept playing, and I'm like, okay, I'll talk about you. I'll talk about it. So maybe another main character you're kind of giving is Candace. Maybe you're goody two shoes. You're always snitching on the brothers, hoping to get into your mom's good graces. Okay, you suck up a little bit, okay? That's coming through as well. So I said Alice. You gave Alex Russo in the beginning. You gave Alice from Twilight. You're also giving, is her name Candace? Mom, finish it for me. Making a title sequence. I believe it is. I think her name is Candace. The way I've watched that show so many times and now I'm like doubting myself. I'm like, am I sure? Is that her name? The world will never know. Okay, let's get into who some of these people are. So we have Donna Hanscom. Let's read about who she is. Oh wait, Bobby comes first. Whatever, we'll go in order. Donna came out first. Donna. I'm LaDonna and I wanna have fun. 35. I wanna have... Okay, so right from her Haya greeting, Donna displayed the lovable accent and warmth that made her an unforgettable character. When we first met the sheriff of Stillwater, Minnesota, she was oblivious to the existence of monsters in the world, but with Jody's help, she became a skilled hunter. Although vampires didn't want to mess with her, Donna wasn't entirely unbreakable, and we saw her insecurities caused by her ex-husband's arrogant criticisms. Life may not always be tater tots and lemon drops, but Donna knew her past doesn't define her, and yours doesn't define you either. You've been wounded, and it's caused you to accept false beliefs about yourself and what you're worthy of. Let Donna's shining example show you that you are much more than the deceptive narrative someone has led you to believe. Love yourself just as you are, the whole kit and caboodle. Oh, that's cute. Oh, look, that made her an unforgettable character. You're someone who's unforgettable. You're lovable. You're warm. And that's the sun coming through again. People can depend on you. They look up to you, right? 𝐓𝐴 Okay, now we have Crossroads Demon, 21. Not sure what that means, but we're going to figure out in a second. In the countryside lies a crossroad where a red-eyed demon waited with a time-stamped deal, sealed with a kiss. Digging a hole dead center and burying a box with one's photo, some graveyard dirt, and a bone from a black cat would summon one of these demons. Ew. But beware, they are masterful manipulators. Let the Crossroads Demon be a warning. Although the deal may seem auspicious to the summoner in the moment, the heavy price of doing business is their soul. Interesting. So you may be considered someone who's like a little bit ruthless in your business dealings, because this is kind of giving very Capricorn. They're like, if you need something or you want something, go and do all this work to summon this demon, but be careful. They're manipulative, right? And that's what I was saying with the whole driven to get whatever you want by any means necessary coming through for your character or your main character energy, right? Don't be ensnared by quick fixes and false promises. The situation may look favorable now, but like a desert mirage, it's an illusion. Heed the yellow-eyed demon Azathel's warning to Dean. If a deal sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Okay. Your journey to what you seek may take longer, but your fortitude will grow with each conquered hurdle. Have patience. What's meant for you will not pass you by. Okay. So that was kind of giving me Saturn energy, where I believe in wherever Saturn is in your chart, it's going to take longer for that part of your soul or life to manifest, for example. So I always use the example of me having Saturn in my first house. And it took me a while to figure out who I am. I'm still figuring out who I am. But when I was younger, I had no clue. I was like nowhere near as self-aware or evolved as I am now. And I only have upwards to go because I'm still learning who I am. I'm still figuring out what I want to do. But as long as Saturn is on a specific part of your chart, Aries is who you are, your sense of self. It's your physical body. It's going to take longer for that part of me to develop because Saturn is on my first house, okay? Now, for someone else who may have Saturn in their seventh house, for example, it's going to take longer for maybe you to get married or find a partner, or settle down, or find love because Saturn is prolonging that in your life. You know, it's going to come when you're either more mature or it's going to take some time to, manifest in your life, okay? For others of you, you could have Saturn in your 10th house, and that means it's going to take longer for your career to develop. It's going to take longer for you maybe to figure out what you want to do as a career. It's going to take longer for you to see the fruits of your labor manifesting in your Saturn. But one thing about Saturn is once it comes through with a bang, right? Because we have Capricorn. They put in the time and the work and the energy to get what they want. Even though they're ruled by the devil, they're still prosperous in some kind of way. They're still very, I'm hearing, convincing as well. Okay? Now we have Lucifer coming out. Let's continue. I'm a Madonna and I wanna have fun. Where's Lucifer? Okay, from being cast out of heaven and his dad missing a few million birthdays, Lucifer carried a sizable chip on his shoulder. Please. Archangel turned devil, Lucifer was God's favorite son, but pride and jealousy led to his rejection of humanity and subsequent fall from heaven. Cruel and manipulative, coming through once again. Wow. He ruled hell and the demons with striking red eyes and a heavy dose of snark. Lucifer was a persistent antagonist throughout the series. His power destroyed the bodies he possessed, which is why he needed Sam, his one true vessel. Ew. Is someone challenging your boundaries, making it tough to say no? Take after Sam and stand your ground. Pressure and guilt are tactics, and you're too clever to be tricked by them. Don't let them remake your universe with their fire-breathing dragons and sassy talking robots. It's your life and only you get to rule it. Interesting. The devil. Wow, wait, guys. Why did I just realize that we have the devil tarot card and then we have Lucifer, who's also the devil, coming through again? This happened in group 1. It took me a while to realize it. Oh no, that's crazy. The devil coming through to his eyes. Ooh. So yeah, your main character energy is a little maybe manipulative, vindictive. You like to get what you want, and like I said, by any means necessary. Okay, the last person we have here is Bobby Singer. Let us see what they have to say about Bobby. Okay. Consistently the voice of reason, Bobby Singer was a veteran hunter and surrogate father who the Winchester brothers could count on. Armed with a wall full of phones, each labeled with a different government agency as well as an endless supply of snark, he served as Sam and Dean's go-to source for hunting and life advice. Bobby Singer reminds us that now is not the time to go at things alone. You've reached a point where moving forward requires a support system and people who will have your back, just like Bobby did every time the Winchesters needed him. It's not always easy to trust others if you're used to handling things solo. Past events and traumas may even lead you to believe the fight is yours alone, but it's not. Okay, so you can have a tendency to take things on your own, to be very I'm hearing help aversive. You don't like to ask for help. You're like, no, I'm good. I can do it myself. That kind of thing. You take too much on your shoulders. What else can you tell me for my group two's main character energy, please? What is your main character energy? Okay, this is enough. Here we have grief, memory, and trickery. Wow, this is very interesting. Trickery? Who y'all are you tricking? That sounded wrong in my mind. Y'all out here, I'll be tricking? It ain't tricking if you got it. Let me stop. Okay. Boom. Main character energy. Grief, trickery, and memory. Okay. You have like a lot of heavy cards coming through for your oracle cards. So there could be something here about you going through like a lot emotionally. Okay? Or people kind of see you as like a trooper, a fighter. No matter what you've been through or gone through, you kept fighting. You didn't give up. You didn't go down without a fight. Is kind of the vibe coming through for you guys here. Okay? Memory is definitely giving unforgettable, and with all these energies coming through as you being death, and the Six of Wands and the Sun and the Devil, it kind of makes sense. Trickery is kind of giving me a little mischievous vibes, if we're being honest here. You can be a little bit of a trickster. You could be giving a little bit of Loki from, the Marvel Cinematic Universe or the comic book series, where he was like an anti-hero, where he wasn't always fully, or he would kind of, he could have been fully evil, and sometimes he was good, but he was never like too far gone. You know what I mean? Sometimes he was, though. We're not gonna lie here. So it's definitely kind of giving anti-hero, where you kind of teeter-totter on the balance of, am I good or am I bad? Because we have beautifully good characters here. We have this Donna Hanscom lady coming through. Then we also had Bobby Singer. They were, described as very positive people in the deck. And then we had the Crossroads Demon, and then we had Lucifer. And they were both described as being manipulative in the book. So it's like, which one are you? Are you nice or are you manipulative? It's giving you can be both. Everyone has their moments. We're not gonna lie. But either way, you have a charm to convince people to like fight at your back, be at your beck and call. And I just saw 3555. So you can create change in your life, okay? I'm hearing significant change. You're like a leader of sorts, But I'm going to leave you reading right here. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people at another reading. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group threes. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 3, you chose this outer spirit box, or you chose this blue teal paperclip, then you are in the right reading. Thank you for joining me here today. This reading is sponsored by Outer Spirit. Okay, they asked to collab with me once again in today's reading, and we're going to get into it. We're going to see how this bracelet may tie into your main character energy. So we're going to open the box, do an unboxing. I haven't seen this bracelet. For each group, I opened up a new bracelet. They sent me a new pack. This is supposed to be the good luck pack. I believe it is. But I had never seen the bracelets before. I wanted it to be a surprise. I told them to surprise me. Last time I did a sponsorship with them, it was for the Serenity pack. And it was like those beautiful blue bracelets you be seeing me wear sometimes. Or gemstone bracelets in the readings. And this time around, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to, manifest, since I'm still in the middle of manifesting more peace and serenity for myself, which I feel like has been very accurate, honestly, because I have been more at peace, more bothered than I've ever been in my life. And I feel like those bracelets, I set my intention at the end of the year, and they're coming to fruition, okay? But now we're going to go on to good luck. Okay, and we're gonna see what bracelet you guys got. I'm excited. So let's put this up here. Blue is throat chakra energy, so there could be something here about your voice and how you talk and how you speak, how you communicate. Okay, these boxes are so cute and they're so pretty, and it says each gemstone tells a unique story. Now it's time to write yours. The writing right here is what that says. Sounds like a very magnetic box for you to bring back the bracelets in if you want to, you know, preserve them. Sorry, I'm so like, I'm not even out of it, just like tired. I don't know what it is, but for the past like month, I feel like when I'm recording, I'm just so out of it. And I'm like, what's going on? But let me stop. So this intro's not too long. We can get into the reading. Let's see what bracelet you guys got. Ooh, what is this? Do they not? Wait. I'm supposed to have a... It's supposed to come with a... Wow. It's supposed to come with the thingamabopper. I don't know how to describe it. Oh, no. I don't know what this is, but it's beautiful. Let me do the okay salesperson view so you can see it. Wow, it's supposed to come with like a, how can I describe it? A little paper. Let me show you. Group. Like, look at that. It's supposed to come with a paper to explain it to you. What the crystal is and all that. You guys didn't get one. That's so sad. Oh, I want to cry. How rude. What did my group 3s do to deserve this? I don't have your paper. And I have no idea. That means I have no idea what this crystal bracelet is. But it's very beautiful. Okay? It has something to do with good luck. Okay? Maybe they didn't send one because it's a bunch of different crystals in one. You know? That could be a thing as well. They did not send one because there's a bunch of different crystals in one. I'm trying to see if I could find the site, but I can't do that. I'm on my phone at the same time. But yeah, this is a very beautiful crystal. Okay. I feel like with it being mixed together, it is a bunch of different crystals in one, because this is kind of giving me the crystal that I had earlier of aventurine. Okay. So it has aventurine in it, and if you want to see from group 1 what their aventurine crystal said, maybe some people called to group 1. Aventurine is a crystal used for prosperity. It is associated with the zodiac signs Aries, Leo, Virgo, and Cancer, and the chakras it rules over is the heart chakra. Okay, so you have heart chakra and throat chakra coming through for you. I'm hearing lead with love. For those of you who chose group 3, that's something that your main character energy gives off, that you lead with love. But the bracelets are very heavy. They're very good quality. Back to this. Like, I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry. Very, like, I know I say it all the time because I'm used to buying the cheapy bracelets. This one has heft. It has weight to it. It has a cute little charm with an otter on it. I do believe Otter Spirit donates like 1% of their proceeds to like a charity, which is also very beautiful. They're very conscious about those things. This is beautiful. This might be, no, the Appetite is my favorite. This is my second favorite. Okay? And it could be because it's a mixture of a bunch of different things, honestly. But I'm just still so mad they didn't give us a paper. And I remember I didn't open any of these. Well, okay, that's life. We're going to move on, okay? That could be something that has to do with you, something you do. But yes, if you like to purchase your own bracelet set for your own intentions, they have loads of intentions. Love, good luck, serenity, peace, right? Motivation. There's a bunch of different options for packs you can use. All you have to do is use if you want to get 20% off, you can use my code SHA20, and that will get you 20% off. Okay. Let's get into the reading. My group 3s. What is your main character energy, please, Spirit? their main character energy. I'm laying down and I wanna have fun. I'm so sorry. That song is infiltrating your reading from group 3. That is a song from the show Phineas and Ferb. Okay, give us something. Please, Spirit. My group 3 is their main character energy. We have the 8 of Wands. This is like a very like sci-fi-y kind of energy. Sci-fi fantasy. So maybe you're kind of giving sci-fi fantasy character or energy. Where it's kind of like you're not real, you're not of this world. And as soon as I say that, we have the 10 of Cups. This 8 of Wands here is kind of giving me Aquarian vibes. So like you're a little out of the box or alien-esque in a way. Definitely giving different. Yeah, these 2 cards that fell out. We have the 3 of Cups. And then we have the 7 of Wands. So we only have Wands and Cups so far on the table. Which is very beautiful. I might get like 2 more cards. My group 3s, their main character energy. Their main character energy, please, Spirit, for my group 3s. We're not gonna do that. These 2 fell out, and I'm only taking those. Some of you could have called to group 2. Here we have Judgment, and then we have the Magician. I told myself I wouldn't take reversals, though. Let's see if we can fit all these. So we start off with the 8 of Wands, which is like a very creative, very fast-moving, very productive kind of energy, okay? This is someone who doesn't sit still for long, okay? Someone who's always coming up with new ideas and making moves, okay? Could even be traveling, because the Wands energy does represent travel and adventure. So you're someone who's always going on an adventure, bringing people along for the ride. You know what I mean? It's kind of giving travel blog, influencer kind of energy where you go on vacations and you bring your followers along with you, right? So that's the kind of vibe coming through for you guys. Okay, I'm hearing a little out there, out of the box thinking is the energy coming through for you guys. Then we have 10 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment mixed with complete and ultimate pleasure. Okay? Complete ultimate pleasure and wish fulfillment. This is the... Before the 10 of Cups, we have the 9 of Cups. And the 9 of Cups represents a wish coming true. 1 cup after that is kind of like ultimate, complete happiness. So that is your main character energy. You can be coming off as someone who's always happy, someone who always makes others happy. I'm hearing like a very charitable or giving person. Like you like to make people happy around you, whether it's by, you know, how can I describe it? Like some people like dance and sing, and I'm hearing like I'm seeing someone like dancing or trying to make a crying baby smile and laugh again. You don't like to see people sad. Is the vibe coming through for you guys, your main character energy. And people just can be their complete selves with them, with you. They can be their complete selves with you around. That's something that's also coming through for you guys. And I'll also mention, like in a different group 1, there could be something here about you liking drinks. She has a bunch of like drinks surrounding her in this card here. She has soda, she has tea, she has juice, she has wine, water, if I didn't say it already. All that kind of stuff surrounding her. You could be someone who likes to drink drinks, or it could be alcohol or even water. The next card we have is 3 of Cups. You're definitely someone who's very friendly. And it's funny how I was talking about like drinking. You could be someone who drinks. The 3 of Cups like is good times with friends. Sometimes drinking, shots, that kind of stuff. Alcoholic beverages is kind of what that card brings about sometimes. It's also just, you know, cheersing with friends, having things to celebrate, liking to have a small close-knit group you can celebrate things with is also coming through for you guys. So like I was saying for group 2 and maybe group 1, you could have like a very close knit friend group. Okay, some of you, maybe not all of you, but you have a close knit friend group where if you want to get drunk and have a good time, you know you can trust those friends and those people above everyone else. You're not going out drinking with a new friend and they're gonna leave you ditch somewhere. No, you only drink heavily to the point of intoxication with close friends because you know they'll take care of you, okay? But you can be someone who likes to get drunk, likes to let their hair down, you know, party, dance, shake some booty, right? And come home late. It's giving like a little bit of like a night owl vibe is coming through for you guys, okay? I'm hearing shake, 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 shake your booty, shake your booty, ow, shake, 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 shake. That song is coming through from Pitch Perfect, I think 2. So maybe you're so like to shake your booty or your booty is like very prominent. Okay. Funny. Okay. When you get drunk, you're really cute. You like to shake your butt. You be shaking your butt in the club with your friends. The next card we have here is the Seven of Wands, which can represent an energy of putting up your defense, putting your guard up, not letting anybody pass. So you're coming through with someone's like a little defensive, or you like to assert your boundaries and connections. It's something else come to it, another way I can interpret it, okay? Maybe you're a little stubborn as well. Because this is like giving me you shall not pass vibes. Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. She's like standing there like, you're not going anywhere. You're going to have to get through me first. And I wouldn't want to get through her. I'm scared of her. Okay. So you can be seen as someone's like a little scary. You're always defending yourself or people around you. That's really sweet. Then we have Judgment. There could be a specific like inner calling you have that you follow that path as well. Because how can I describe it? Journey represents inner call, represents the big test that you take before you're able to fully move on from something. So the big test at the end of the semester, the big test at the end of the school year is kind of what this Judgment, Lord. I want to say Jeopardy. Like, I'm not Jeopardy like that. Watch Jeopardy coming through. So you can be someone who's very smart, very intellectual. But it's definitely giving you a test. Maybe you test people. Ooh, I'm hearing you test people to make sure they're worthy of you, worthy of being around you, worthy of being your friend. Interesting. What main character energy are you giving? Like, what main character could I say, like, lump you guys in as? Just to give you example's sake, you know? We have the Judgment, and then we have the Magician. There's no need to just have that one last card in reverse. The man, oh my gosh, I almost said man in the mirror. Oh my gosh. The Magician is a master manifester. Okay? Someone who, like, I don't want to say will do whatever it takes, but maybe. Yeah, because I'm hearing Dirty Diana. Oh my gosh, by Michael Jackson. And the song is all about being an opportunist and how I feel like in the song he kind of hints at her sleeping with his brother and then coming out saying the baby is his, because at the time, even whenever in their career, Michael was always the more famous one, you know? He got all the clout, all the success, all the albums, all the money, and then here come this girl named, I don't know if she was in Diana, but in the song she was trying to, not even that song, that's the wrong song. I was hearing Billie Jean, but I was hearing Dirty Diana, but seeing scenes from Billie Jean where he's like walking down the path and like the squares are glowing up. And in the song he's like, but the kid is like not my son. That's Billie Jean right there. Right? Yes, that's Billie Jean right there. And that's kind of what I'm... Oh my. But the whole thing about Billie Jean was, I think that because Michael was known for like being like not abstinent but being like very innocent, not sleeping around in that sense of the word. And I do believe the groupie may have slept with one of his brothers. And then she was like, okay, well, the kid looks close enough to you. And because Michael was the more famous one, he got the brunt of that whole scandal where Billie Jean had a baby and tried to blame on him and say it was his kid. And he was like, the kid is not my son. Like around that time when Michael was around, he was not known for being in like high profile relationships. So it was kind of like, be swear that's not my child. Kind of thing coming through, you know what I mean? You made a whole song about it. You're kind of giving, okay, so your main character energy is Michael Jackson or Taylor Swift, where you put people on blast. If they do you wrong, you're gonna be like T Swizzle writing a whole album against them. Okay, I'm hearing 10-minute version of All Too Soon, where I believe they were how can I describe it? Yes, in the song, the person ended up not running away from her, but they ended up like breaking up or something like that. No, nope, nope. In the song All Too Well, that man left her. Yes, he did. He betrayed her. He left her. She was 21 crying because she fell in love with that man, and he left her, deserted her, broke up with her, right? And he's saying maybe if you were older, maybe things would have worked out, okay? And she ended up just like writing. Anytime I hear that song, I always get the feels. I always like, not even tear up anymore, but it's just like, wow. Like you just, I don't know, it just reminds me of a feeling of like being completely broken and desolate. And this person really just leaving you for dead. Like, really, and then making up some stupid excuse for why you couldn't be together. Like, just despair is the word coming through. And that's kind of like, I don't even know where I'm going with this, honestly, but I feel like in the way where they kind of like put all their emotions on blast and put their life out there and they're truthfully honest and they're like the some of the biggest pop stars of their time and everything revolves around them, is that kind of energy coming through for, I guess, you guys. I'm trying to hearing a specific version of the song. And I think it's like, now you pack up your things and you walk home alone, but you keep my scarf from that very first week because it reminds you of innocence and it smells like me. You can't get rid of it because you remember it. And he's like, I remember the city's barren something and how it glistened as it fell. I remember it all too well. Something like that is coming through. So maybe you're giving like a little bit of unforgettable vibes. But I don't know like how I'm supposed to interpret this into a main character energy message. It's like you wear your heart on your sleeve. Okay, you're completely honest. You can be a little bit like an artist. You speak your truth. You sing your truth. That kind of thing. Music is very important to you. But it's kind of like no one could ever be the next you because you have like made such like a caused such a stir. You've made such a first impression. There could never be another Michael Jackson. There could never be another Taylor Swift because everything they've done, they were kind of like the trailblazer at doing it. He was a trailblazer at dancing, making the stage his own, captivating an audience. And Taylor is like the most beautiful, glorious storyteller I've ever heard. Because when I'm sitting here listening to her music, I'm being like taken back to a time in my life when I felt that way. And I'm just like, wow. She's like very descriptive with her lyrics. You know what I mean? There's something about, but you pack up your things and you walk home alone, but you keep that scar from that very first week because it reminds you of innocence and it smells like me. And she's like, I still remember the first fall of snow and how it glistened as it fell. I remember it all too well. Like, things like that is coming through. The descriptive language is using to paint the scene. And, like, she's feeling that and then you're feeling the pain as well. It's just, like, that's something that's impossible for some artists to do. To convey a feeling through a word or a snapshot in time of how she was feeling during that time. And now we're like, ugh, like our stomach hurts. Because now you took your scarf from that very first week because it reminds you of innocence and it smells like me. And it's at his sister's house and how you came over to her daddy's house and was drinking coffee like you were on a late night show. Like, what do you mean? Like, she's painting these very vivid pictures in your mind, and you're just like, wow, blown away. Michael was like standing on the, what is it called, Super Bowl stage for like 10 minutes, 5 minutes without moving, and the crowd was like going crazy. There's certain like levels of like, I'm hearing depravity and emotion and devotion that you bring out or invoke in people. And that's a part of your main character energy. That's the vibe that's coming through for you guys. That's the magician. Like, you just can't explain it. You just have that thing. Some people have it, some people don't. You make people believe and see things they never would have believed in or saw before. Absolutely. I'm going to take these and put them up here so you can kind of see all of them. There's something a little childlike about you as well, because we have this friend chasing friends, playing like tag or hide and seek or something of that nature. The Seven of Wands is the card that's getting me here, because this person looks so intimidating. That's your kind of like your energy. Very intimidating. People are definitely scared to mess with you. Is the main character energy you're giving off. Now I'm trying to come up with another character that I can describe this energy as. No. No, okay. Like, I'm getting like really big alien vibes from you guys. But yeah, we have like a lot of course, Wands and Cups, other than the major arcana energy. And Wands is like movement, travel, inspiration, motivation, that kind of thing. Is going on journeys kind of thing. So when people are around you, take them on a journey. That's the kind of main character energy you give. You could be telling a story. Because like I said, Taylor Swift and her storytelling is, immaculate, chef's kiss, right? The way you set the scene and kind of like watch the chips fall. Very good storyteller, very creative as well, with the Wands coming through and the Cups, because Cups can sometimes represent artistic abilities. Let us get some more cards for you guys. Your main character energy. Here we have Charlie Bradbury. Oh, we have two. Cool. Oh no, this came through in group 2. But here we have Charlie Bradbury and we have God. Interesting. I never knew Supernatural had all these kinds of characters and things. Okay, so your main character energy, let's get into, we have God coming through. Okay. God is page 47. It says, of all the big bads, God, aka Chuck, was the biggest. Originally portrayed as a writer and a prophet, he was revealed to be the creator of the universe. Although he showed brief glimpses of decency, someone with a cat blog can't be all bad. He was generally narcissistic and prideful. Humans were his field experiment, though he gave kudos for nacho cheese. Gosh. God was addicted to his idea of perfection, unyielding to anything that went against his plans. Have you ever been so laser focused on someone or something that you were unable to see how it was affecting you? Dedication and commitment are honorable, but it's easy to get swept away in the pursuit of something without realizing it's become an unhealthy obsession. Allow yourself to step back and appreciate all the small things around you. Like not living in God's world that was entirely filled with squirrels. Then you'll be able to see the whole picture with fresh eyes. Okay, interesting. So maybe your soul has a little bit of an ego. That's your main character energy. You are coming through as God, which is very funny because God is like almighty sentient being. He doesn't have a form. He's just spirit, essentially. But they gave him a name and a face and a body in Supernatural, I guess. And he was known as being the creator of everything. Okay? And he was like very narcissistic and prideful. Those could be some of your more, negative traits coming through. Okay, let's see what we can get for Charlie Bradbury. 17. I have never seen the show, so just bear with me. I'm trying to give you the full picture here. Charlie Bradbury. Charlie was an honorary little sister Dean joked he never wanted. Really, she was the sister he never realized he needed. Genius, hacker, geeky fangirl, expert hunter, and lovable pop culture aficionado. How cute. So you're kind of giving girlish vibes as well in your main character energy. Charlie brought out the softer side of the Winchesters. While adventuring in Oz, Charlie's soul was split, creating two visions of her, light and dark. Dark Charlie was violent and ruthless, while light Charlie couldn't even hack a bank account because doing it was so bad. Charlie Bradbury speaks to the duality that exists in all of us, the balance of light and dark, each serving a purpose. Try not to dwell on your vices or accentuate your off balance accentuate your virtue. No one is perfect. If your life feels off balance, remember that the pendulum will swing back in the other direction. In the meantime, give yourself grace. Throw up the Vulcan salute and ask yourself, what would Hermione do? Okay. But it's giving genius, hacker, geeky, fangirl, expert hunter, and lovable pop culture aficionado are all things coming through to describe you as well. Now we're going to go on to the last card, which is Crossroads Demon. Definitely read about this earlier. We'll read about it again. Crossroads Demon is 21. Okay, just two. So, in the countryside lies a crossroad where a red-eyed demon waited with a time-stamp deal, sealed with a kiss. Digging a hole dead center and burying a box with one's photo, some engraved dirt, and a bones from a black cat would summon one of the demons, or one of these demons. But buyer beware, they are master manipulators. Let the cross demons be a warning. Although the deal may seem auspicious to the summoner in the moment, the heavy pride of doing business is their soul. Don't be ensnared by quick finances and false promises. The situation may look resolvable for now, but like a deserting mirage, it's an illusion. Okay, I was just giving an example. How do I get back to the example? So these demons, I guess, are known to be masterful manipulators. So that could be something coming through for you as well, okay? Very smart, okay? With this whole her being a hacker and knowing how to get into anything energy, you are very intelligent, very smart, okay? Very methodical. You think things out is a vibe that's coming through, okay? Maybe you have a hard time thinking things through, or you overthink, is what I'm getting as well. It says, don't be ensnared by quick fixes and false promises. The situation may look favorable now, but like a desert mirage, it's an illusion. Heed the yellow-eyed demon Azazel's warning to Dean. If a deal sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Your journey to what you seek may take longer, but your fortitude will grow with each conquered hurdle. Have patience. What's meant for you will not pass you by. Yeah, there's something here about maybe you having a hard time making decisions because you never really know which path to choose. And it's like the energy of this card is like, just do what feels right. Don't overthink it. Don't, submit to peer pressure, because what's meant for you will not pass you by. That could be something that makes you you. It's a part of your character, I'm hearing a part of your character development. Now I'm gonna get some, bruh, why are you doing that? Don't do that. Cards from here. My group three's main character energy, please, Spirit. Their main character energy. Here we have abundance. The Judgment card is also kind of giving me you have a specific destiny here. You're giving someone who has like fate, destiny, who has something they came to achieve, right? Like I said, it's giving Michael Jackson. There's like never going to be another him. There's never going to be another Taylor Swift. Like you came here to fulfill something in life, right? There's never going to be another you. Prophecy is what this card is coming through as. What else is coming through for my group threes? Please, Spirit, their main character energy. Here we have memory. You could have a good memory. You remember all the things about people they forget about themselves. People feel seen, and your presence is also something that I'm hearing as well. Oh boy. This card is also, this crossroads demon is also kind of giving me like the lover's energy. And the lover's energy is all about, making a decision as well, life changing decisions. Maybe that's something you help people do. Other than you having a hard time making decisions yourself, you help people make the decisions for themselves. Thank you. I just need one more. And then we have observation, main character energy. You're seen as someone who's very observant, and that's giving into the whole, not giving into, but talking about the whole observant. Because, like I said, the girl that was coming through in this card up here is like giving someone who's very smart, very intelligent, perceptive, hacker, knows all the pop culture, things that's going on in the world. So you're always like your hand is on the pulse of the world. You always know what's going on, who's dating what's going on with this person, because you sit back and watch is the vibe that's coming through for you guys. Very observant, very abundant person. And you have a really good, photographic memory as well. So I'm going to leave you reading right here. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, join the tribe. Remember, if you would like to purchase any bracelet, packet, or anything really from the Outer Spirit website, you can use my code SHA20, SHA20, to get 20% off your order. Make sure to share it with other people in case they want to order some bracelets as well. Like I said, beautiful. They're gorgeous, very high, good quality, very heavy, okay? You can feel the difference when you feel it. Like, if you're someone who's used to fake gemstone bracelets, you're going to immediately feel the difference when you pick it up and touch it. I promise you. Oh, your money back when you stop. I can't promise you that. But I promise you it's worth the money, okay? But yeah, I'll see you in your next reading. If you want to book a reading with me, you can always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. As always, I will see gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye.